people working.
Smart business.
So very, very cool. So the trip was great. And then coming back, there's a new route from Las Vegas back to Fort Lauderdale on JetBlue. We've spoken to them on the show before.
Right.
It was in a different terminal than Southwest, a beautiful newer terminal out there at McCarran in Las Vegas, and a brand new plane, which only was going back and forth between Fort Lauderdale and Las Vegas, which is good because of all this nasty weather that the North has been experiencing.
You don't want to mess around with that.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. So everything was on time. Of course, both of these airlines allow bags, at least one bag, if not two, to fly free. So we didn't have to worry about carrying it and shoving it up there. They both had free TV as well. Yeah. All was good.
Never hearing anything negative about those two airlines. For some
No,
reason. I don't know
not
what it is.
Not at all. So
the rest of them.
So in theory, what I wanted to just say is that I don't only give this advice out for the listeners. I follow it myself, and it really works.
Practice what you preach.
I do. So so there you go. So if we have a little more time later, I do have some more tips and deals for everybody. So but what we're going to do first is we're going to take one more quick break, and then we're going to come back with our guest, Ashley Milashkowski, and she's going to be telling us a little bit about Crane's Beach House Hotel, the renovations that have been taking place there, and about what it's like to stay on some smaller properties. So stay tuned, and we'll be back in 1 minute for more of the Golf and Travel Show.
Cinderella story, out of nowhere, a former greenskeeper now about to become the Masters champion. It looks like I'm a wreck. It's in the hole!
I rap fly, call me chocolate thunder, and I got good to go 4 strokes under. Get out the way if you wanna go play, cause I give it my all every single day.
Have a lot of cash cause I sink my putts. Stacks and stacks cause I'm making the cuts. You can't fathom my skills, I'm unreal.
And we are back, and want to tell you quickly about my favorite sponsor. I don't know about you, Jess, but it's certainly mine. And that would be none other than the Jess Frank Golf Academy, which is the home of the playing lesson. And, of course, my co-host, Jess Frank, who for 15 years has been improving golfers' ball striking, consistency, and distance. He's a PGA teaching professional and the owner of the Jess Frank Golf Academy, located right here in Boca Raton at the beautiful Boca Dunes Golf and Country Club. So if you're a seasoned golfer trying to break 80 or a beginner just as passionate as to help you play better golf and have a lot of fun while doing it. Each lesson includes on-course time with V1 video analysis focusing on improving all facets of your game. And for a limited time, new students who mention the Golf and Travel Show will receive a $50 Edwin Watts gift card with the purchase of a series of lessons. To learn more about the services of the Jess Frank Golf Academy, call 561-213-8579. That's 561-213-8579, or visit JessFrankGolf.com. Also, check out Jess's videos on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn.
Love sees love's happiness, but happiness can't see that love is sad, that love is sad. Sadness is hanging there to show love somewhere something needs a change. They need a change. They'll need a crane to take the house he built for her apart to make it break.
And we are back, and that's an interesting song. They need a crane, huh?
Yeah,
and what we're going to do is we're going to talk to a woman who she calls herself the Caption Queen. She's a social media expert, which we could use sometimes. I'm busy posting all sorts of stuff, not always the best, but she's been working for several years at Crane's Beach House and working her way from the bottom up, from breakfast attendant, front desk attendant, and now she's doing the important stuff, working on sales and marketing. Of course, I know a little bit about marketing. I've been doing it since it was invented, I think. Don't tell anybody. But in any event, it's a place that I've visited for parties on several occasions. I was supposed to stay there once and it didn't work out for me for some reason, but one day I will get back there. And it's just a beautiful, small place in a wonderful town that's got it all going on. And to find out a little bit about what it's like to stay in different kinds of small places, and especially Crane's Beach House, and about their renovations, I'd like to welcome our guest, and that would be Ashley Milashkowski. Did I say that right, Ashley?
It It's very, very close. Yes, Mileskowski. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, and it's a pleasure to have you on board. Now, I was supposed to be at a party actually there tonight, but because I'm here, I couldn't be there. So I thought the next best thing was to have you fill me in on all the wonderful things that I'm missing tonight.
Oh, well, you're definitely missing a lot of fun tonight. We're having an amazing event. The weather could not be more perfect. We're going to have you back so that you can come and stay. I heard you said it didn't work out very well. We will make sure we fix that.
Well, it wasn't your fault. It was just my fault. The timing just didn't work. But and I do come at least every year to one party there, so I know you guys are very, very hospitable when it comes to having events. But tell me a little bit more about what it would be like if somebody just wanted to come and spend a couple of days there.
So Crane's Beach House, we're a little tucked away hideaway. It's a beautiful spot in the heart of Delray Beach. Delray Beach is a unique area to South Florida. It's just a beautiful little downtown spot, and we're right in the heart of it all, on the east side, close to the beach, about a block away. Recently, we renovated 4 of our units and turned them into luxury villas, and that's what we're really excited about. In fact, that's what the event is for tonight. We are unveiling them to a lot of our VIPs and a lot of our media friends, so that they can kind of come and get the sneak peek to see what these villas are all about. These units have private, exclusive gardens on the first floor, and on the second floor you have private balconies that overlook both pools. They're pretty tremendous. If you've never been to our property before, it's an unexpected unveiling. It's definitely something new and distinctive to our area, what we've done with these rooms. They're very beach chic. We've got some pretty amazing new mattresses that we're really excited about. The Essentia mattress, it's the world's healthiest mattress. We are the first hotel in the state of Florida to have them in our rooms, so it's really exciting to kind of unveil them to people. But we take guest service and those specific aspects and touches for our guests, and we elevate them. We take them to the next level. So that's something that Crane's is very known for, our guest service and the upscale comfort.
I'm looking at some photos, which I guess are these new rooms that are already up on your website. Would that be true?
Those are artist renderings,
okay.
Yes. The rooms are so new that we're taking pictures for them the last couple of days, so they're still being fine-tuned. So what you see on the website now, those are artist renderings. So it's very close to what the units look like now. But you'll see in the next couple of days that we'll start to put all the other pictures up on the website. And then we've got a press release that's going out at midnight tonight that will have 15 images in it. So those will start to kind of make their way around. But we wanted the guests who are here on property right now to be the first ones to see these rooms and to walk through them, to be our first guest. And we actually have our first guest staying in them this weekend.
Very, very nice. Now, and these rooms are just not rooms, right? There are some, they have other amenities like suites as well, right?
So each unit has a full kitchen, living room, dining room, and separate bedrooms. Like I said before, the first floor has a private garden patio, and the second floor has a private balcony. So you do have exterior space as well as the interior space. We've brought in 60-inch flat-screen TVs in the living room with house Netflix accounts, all smart TVs in all the units. There's 50-inch in the bedroom. So we brought in some of those elements as well. There's a local Wi-Fi hotspot in each room that's dedicated to that unit, so you don't have anybody stealing your bandwidth. It's all for you. We did put docking stations and charging stations for any type of mobile device that you could possibly need next to the bed and on the desk. We've got bicycles, yoga mats, and beach chairs for the guests in those units. There are just lots of little thoughtfully designed, kind of handcrafted furnishings. We use all artisan materials. Like I said, the signature Essentia mattress that we're really excited about that takes you, to a whole new level of sleep. Very exciting. And the spa-inspired bathrooms, too. We brought in some really, really cool Cali Tarocco, red orange amenities. Just we try to take everything to the next level, but also still keep our beach, ocean village environment, but with a modern twist.
Well, obviously some people who stay in these particular rooms are going to have it really good, but the people that stay in the other rooms, it's not so bad, right? I mean, you've got some nice rooms and a beautiful facility when you step outside the room. I look at these rooms and I think to myself, I hope those people leave those rooms at some point because there's a lot of other stuff to do too, right?
Yeah, so the property itself is just lush green landscaping, beautiful gardens throughout. Now, the same level of guest service that I was speaking of in the villas, our current guests and our guests who have been staying with us for the last 12 years have been receiving. We treat all of our guests exactly the same, whether they're staying in a villa or they're staying in a studio room. So that's something that we definitely are elevating for all of our guests. So with the upgrades to the villas, everybody's kind of getting a little bit of that as well. So in our one-bedroom suites throughout the hotel, we have the full kitchen, living room, dining room, separate bedroom. And then in our studios, we've got a mini fridge, microwave, and some of them have a full kitchen as well. So you get all the comforts of home throughout. It's just that in the rooms and the rest of the hotel, you'll have more of a authentic Florida design style. So there's lots of wicker and wood in those rooms. There's hand-painted wall accents. Very charming, very authentic Florida. It's something that we will never go away from. We'll always keep that charm in those rooms, but we wanted to kind of bring a different element into the other units. So it's kind of like there's a mini hotel inside our hotel. So we've got the best of both worlds. So we can make everyone kind of happy with the situation that we have going on now. So it's nice to be able to provide something different for our guests who've been staying with us forever, but still the same thing that they're used to every time they come.
Now, why don't you explain a little bit about the exterior? I know you have 2 pools. You've got like a tiki bar kind of a thing. It's very Jimmy Buffett-like, it seems, out there.
It's like Key West and Delray Beach. We hear that probably 5 times a day, and if you didn't walk through the gates, you wouldn't know that it was here because it's completely surrounded by lush green landscaping. So from the road, you can't really tell what's going on inside. And then you walk in, and there's pathways that kind of take you through all the nooks and crannies of the property. So there's 2 pools. One of them is a waterfall pool. The other is a little bit larger, different kind of setting. There's sand by both of the pools. We've got really a very unique approach to bringing all the elements of the tropics to the property. So you'll see like bamboo poles that we hang all the pool toys on. You'll see bamboo all around the tiki bar, which our tiki bar is open to the public Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. We've got live music until 9 o'clock. It's a really great place to start your evening before you kind of venture out into the Ave. If anybody knows anything about Atlantic Avenue, it's a wonderful place to kind of walk up and down in the evening. There's just so much to do. So we're a great first start because we're so close to the beach, and you can kind of just creep your way down to Clinton and back. So that's always fun. And we do events on our property also. We have a large covered tiki area that can hold 60 seated and 100 standing. We do one event every year where we get 400 people on property. It's a massive event, so we can handle more than that, but for the most part, it works better for a smaller, more intimate event. But most of our common areas are outside. Well, all of our common areas are outside, and guests dine al fresco in the morning. We do a complimentary continental breakfast, and we serve that under the large tiki. So it's very, like I said, Key West, basically relocated in Delray Beach. So if you really want to feel like you had to punch your passport to get somewhere, this is the place to go.
Now, can you also explain a little bit about Delray and Atlantic and what goes on there? I know that they have some wonderful dining options and some events certain nights of the week. And for those who don't know, what's going on in Delray?
Well, you mentioned dining options. Delray Beach is Restaurant City. You could stay here for 30 days, eat out 3 times a day, and never eat at the same place twice. I mean, there are so many food options, and in such a small, tight area. But it's not all dining. There's a lot of shops. There's a lot of nightlife. In fact, they just opened a new place right down the road called Honey that's very beautiful, great for the late night action. But Delray is it started out as an artist community years and years ago, and it just kind of developed into this very cool, funky place to hang out. Great food. I mean, I could name 50 restaurants that are like on my top 10 list, literally. It's a great place to go out with your family and just kind of stroll around. And now we've got the Delray downtown, or not to plug anyone too much, but we've got the little electric car service that drives around, and they'll pick you up and they'll take you where you need to go. It's gratuity based. They don't charge a mileage. It's a really awesome way to get up and down the downtown area, especially if you're wearing heels and you don't want to take, 5 blocks. So it's definitely, it's a very fun area to kind of get out. And then we've got the street festivals, which Delray Beach is known for, the Delray Affair, the Garlic Fest, that's coming up in February, the Bacon and Bourbon Festival that's coming up. We just had the Delray Beach Wine and Seafood Festival. So anytime Delray does something, it's going to be big, it's going to be amazing. And we do have the St. Patrick's Day Parade coming up also, which Cranes Beach House is going to be doing a float-in this year. It's our first year back in a few years, and it's going to be really exciting. We've got an awesome, not to give too much away, but we're going to have some, like a drum circle, and we're going to be doing like a whole Polynesian theme. It's going to be really fun. So, that kind of stuff is really exciting, and to have a business in Delray Beach, you really get to be part of all of that fun. Not to mention our beach, our gorgeous beach, that they just did some revitalization to recently, and it couldn't be more beautiful down here. It's a beautiful little strip of space in between A1A and Clinton, really, and the downtown Delray Beach area is just full of life.
Okay, so what we're going to do is first of all, I want you to give the web address so that people can find out more information about Cranes Beach House. Then we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about some of these other small lodging locations that you also represent and work with. So how do we get to the website to find out more about Cranes Beach House?
So you can find Cranes Beach House at www.cranesbeachhouse.com, and crane is like the bird, CRANES. And then just Beach House, spelled out. And we're also on Facebook. We're also on Twitter and Instagram. If you'd like to come and follow us, we always post all of our deals and everything that we have going on our Facebook page. It's really a great way to keep in contact.
Awesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to find out a little bit more about some other stuff that you're involved with too. So stay with us, and everyone listening, stay with us, and we'll be right back in just a minute.
Thanks.
With a wishing well, I wish that we were there together. There's a bright and sweet 2 rooms, soft and sweet. I wish that we were there
And we are back. We'll keep it short because we have so many good things to talk about. And small is sometimes better than big. I like big hotels, but small hotels can be very special, very intimate, and very wonderful. So what I want to do is find out from Ashley once again. She's involved with an association that represents smaller hotels, and I want to find out what is going on. So Ashley, what's going on?
Well, I'm really glad that you asked about Florida Superior Small Lodging. It's something that I'm very passionate about right now. I'm taking a few months here to try to grow our brand right now and see if we can really get the word out about what we're doing at Florida Superior Small Lodging. It's a little collection of charming hotels that are located all throughout some of the best beaches and tucked away, very romantic, off-the-beaten-path locations, very one-of-a-kind properties, just like Cranes Beach House, very unique to their area. But what Florida Superior Small Lodging allows you to do is to book with confidence. We require our properties to meet exceptional high quality and service standards. They have to pass a rigorous on-site physical inspection each year, ensuring exemplary housekeeping, maintenance, appearance, and comfort standards. So you do have have that guarantee when you book a Florida Superior Small Lodging property. And that's really what we want to kind of spread the word about right now, is just get some awareness out there. Let people know that there is a group of hoteliers. There's about 200 of us right now, just under 200 in Florida, which we plan on growing in this next year, over 300. But it's a wonderful place for people to go, that they want something unique, they want something different. Not to say that, your chain hotels are not amazing. I'm a traveler. I go everywhere all the time. Wherever I can go, I stay. But I do prefer to stay in a smaller property, simply because of that personalized touch that you get. And so that's just something that I'm really passionate about. But like I said, Superior Small Lodging just gives you an opportunity to really book with confidence and get that exceptional vacation value and in a unique place.
Well, by day I work at a franchise company, so I understand, the chains and the franchise experience, where there are some people that want to know that every time they stay, it's going to be the same and it's what they expect, and that's okay. But then there are other people, myself included, sometimes, not always, but you like to get the local flavor, the feel. You want a different experience, something that you can tell other people about that they've never experienced before. So I'm assuming that this is more what that's about, but obviously what you're trying to do is cover that empty feeling or the scared feeling that you might have when you don't know exactly what to expect. So you're trying to let people have the unique experience without worrying about what to expect.
Exactly. If you want like a little seaside cottage or a romantic inn and bed and breakfast, but you want to know you're getting, a quality product, you're going to get a memorable, vacation for the good reasons. Those are the things that we like to kind of hone in on. So we want to make sure our properties are up to standard. That's a big thing that we hold. We hold really true to our company, for sure. It is a rigorous on-site physical inspection. We definitely hold that to a high standard.
Okay, so if the listeners would like to find out how to use this service and find some of these wonderful smaller locations, how would they go about that?
So Florida Superior Small Lodging can be found at superiorsmalllodging.com. You can also Google Florida Superior Small Lodging, and a lot of properties will pop up that way as well. But we've got a master list on our website, and it will be going over some renovations. We're definitely making some upgrades to the site, but it is superiorsmalllodging.com. But like I said, it's going to be changing over the next few months, and you'll actually be able to book directly from the website to our properties. So you'll get a lot more information through the website. You'll get rates and everything. Right now you can search hot deals. Our properties will go on and they'll put what they have going on right now, certain specials. And then you can also take a look at the map and see where all the different Superior Small Lodging properties are.
Very, very cool. So one last time, Cranes Beach House, their website is?
cranesbeachhouse.com.
And like I say, I feel really bad that I didn't make it tonight because I know what a wonderful time I missed. But at least we got to find out from you what all of us are missing. So I'm in the group of all the rest of the listeners, too. So we have to come back another time instead.
Most definitely. We'll have to get you and each and every one of the listeners to come in and see Cranes.
There you go. And then you can retire. Your job will have been done then, right?
That's right. Check. I can go home.
Very good. Well, thank you so much, Ashley. We really appreciate your taking time away from the festivities to talk with us and fill the listeners in. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. This is always fun to do these kinds of things, so I appreciate it.
You got it. All right. So, Cranes Beach House.
Sounds great.
It's a great place. But I did want to save just a couple of minutes because I do have some of Dan's deals, and I know some of our listeners are waiting to hear that.
Oh, yes.
You heard about my vacation, and some of you may want to retrace those steps. Some of you may want to go to Cranes Beach House or another small lodging, but I do have some other options. And the first deal that I have is actually in New Orleans because just in case I enticed anybody, and, keep in mind, anybody can always go to our Facebook page and communicate with me. Send me a message if there's something that you need a little bit of personalized attention. I'd be happy to help out. And, of course, that's facebook.com/The Golf and Travel Show. So you can always reach me there. But I had mentioned that I'd stayed at the Marriott, and I often stay at the Marriott when I travel personal or business, but I also like to use Hilton properties. They're good as well. And I noticed that a property in New Orleans that I've stayed at previously for a convention, it's a business hotel, but it's a good one. Right. It's called the Hilton New Orleans Riverside, a short walk to the casino, to the aquarium, to the French Quarter. They have a wonderful restaurant in-house where they make the most incredible char-grilled oysters right there on the property. And while it's not good every day, many days between January 2nd and March 31st of 2015, they have rates as low as $124 a night, which is a pretty good deal. But to make it even better, they throw in $50 daily credit that you could use on any on-property charge, including that wonderful restaurant with the great oysters. So you can only get these deals through December 15th, so you have to hurry. We're running out of time. So go to Hilton, Hilton.com, and look up the Hilton New Orleans Riverside and check out this deal, and you will have a good time in New Orleans just like I did. I can assure you it's a great location. Another place that I like to travel to, and another chain that I have used, and this chain is a little bit more similar to what Ashley was talking about because they have smaller, unique properties, more boutique kind of hotels. Yep. They're all very different, and that would be the Kimpton chain. And I've stayed in several of their properties. I believe the last time was in San Francisco. Enjoyed it immensely. But New York City, a 4-star property on Park Avenue, good from December 21st to March 1st, as little as $116 a night on weekends and $199 on weekdays. And let me tell you, that is a good price in New York City. Things are very expensive in New York City. Also, they for only $20 extra, you could get breakfast for 2, which is normally $30, or for an additional $30, you can upgrade to a King Premier room. And they have other discounts as well. It's not good every night, like during Christmas week, for instance, but most nights I did check. I also checked the reviews. This is a property called 70 Park Avenue. Like I say, it's a Kimpton hotel. And by the way, Kimpton is also known for their little wine party that they have every night where you can have a free wine tasting. And they also allow small pets at no additional fee, which is very, very unusual. So if you're traveling with your little pet, or if you like to have some wine every evening, this is an incredible deal. TravelZoo.com, you can find it. Just look under their New York City hotel deals, and that's 70 Park Avenue. It's the southern part, or more towards downtown, like around 38th Street. So you just have to walk east a little bit. You're at Grand Central. Times Square is a short stroll. It's quieter, so you can sleep at night, but you can still walk over to catch yourself a show and enjoy some of the action in the theater district. So great location. I'd highly recommend it. If you want to go a little bit further, another deal that I found on Travel Zoo, Peru and Machu Picchu, 9 nights, including air. And this is, a great deal. It includes all intra-Peru flights, all transfers, the round-trip airfare, 14 meals, sightseeing in an air-conditioned motor coach, English-speaking guides, entry fees for your entire itinerary. It's a deal coming from Virgin Vacations, so it's a good place to go. Via Travel Zoo, of course, I found it as well. It's only good for a short amount of time as well. December 17th, this deal ends, so you got to check it out. But they also have other deals to South America, locations including Ecuador and other locations in Peru. So it's a good deal, TravelZoo.com. But for $16.99, $1,700, you cannot beat that deal.
I just gave a golf lesson to a guy from Peru today. It was great.
Well, hopefully he got a good deal to come from Florida as well. Also, last week we spoke a little bit about going on safari in South Africa, and I found a deal whereby it is half price to go to South Africa and Botswana on a safari, including air, for just under $5,000 through a firm called Lion World. It's round-trip air from Washington, D.C. They have 26 other cities for just $100 more. All domestic airfare and transfers when you're in Africa. 3 nights at one of these luxury tented camps, so you could do your safari, as well as 2 other nights in a different location, Elephant Valley Lodge. 10-game adventures, which are those open-air drives that we discussed last week. 20 meals included, 9 breakfasts, 5 lunches, 6 dinners. And they have several departure dates after the first of the year. You got to book it by Christmas Eve, and that's when it ends. But for $5,000 basically, that is an incredible deal. And also on Travel Zoo, I found a deal, 17 nights in China, including a river cruise from Miami. 17 nights. We're talking 45 meals included, all flights inside of China, flights from Miami to Beijing and back, all service fees, a river cruise for 5 nights on the Yangtze River. I could go on and on and on. Private balcony, 2 nights in Shanghai. I mean, crazy for $3,000.